Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com, here with match number 3 with Playing on a Budget. We are 2-0 going into match number 3. We have beat Junk Reanimator, and we have beat the El Bantalones, the Bant Hexproof Aura deck. And this is pretty much the nuts. This is one of the better hands because we have our combo of a first turn Champion of the Parish into the second turn Knight of Glory. The only thing that could be better is this Precinct Captain could be a Lyev Skynight or a Silverblade Paladin. And we don't need the double champion, but you never can whine about a double champion. It's great. So, I mean, it really could. I'm hoping to actually draw into a Boros Elite, because then we can go first turn Champion of Parish, second turn Champion of Parish, Boros Elite. And then the third turn, I'm hoping to actually draw into a Skynight or a Paladin. And then we won't even have to use these Knight of Glories until fourth turn. We can drop them both. That'll be ideal. I'll quit rambling and no, we'd not like to mulligan this hand. And see what we are up against. Glacial Fortress, this could be Esper. This could be a ton of things. I should quit trying it. So now we have our fourth turn to double cast these. So possibly the scenario could play out like I want. We get the Champion of the Parish, and next turn it's definitely just some decision making. It'll probably be Knight of Glory. So this probably will be Esper, which I don't know how well Esper is. Okay, this changes everything. This is exactly like I wanted. Instead of Boros Elite, it's a Doom Traveler. I'm cool with that. So we're going to go Champion of the Parish and Doom Traveler, and it'll evolve both of our dudes. And he probably has an Azorius Charm. But it's okay. We're fine with it getting Azorius Charm because we can still cast double things next turn. And it'll take a card out of his hand. And we have a pretty aggressive start. The only problem is we cannot beat a Supreme Verdict here. Fourth turn Supreme Verdict will basically devastate us. And I don't know how we're going to be able to come back from that. There is no haste in this deck or direct damage. And that's usually what finishes off Esper control. But, you know, if he stumbles at all on that double white and for whatever reason can't cast a Supreme Verdict, I think we can really punish him. And it does. There's his double white. Definitely could be UWR, but it looks like he's missing his third color though. So hopefully, like, no fog effect either. I did not want to see that fourth land. No one ever does want to see that. It's definitely going to be the Precinct Captain here, and we evolve both of our champions. Negate's going to come in on the sideboard versus this matchup. See if it just gets dissipated here. It does just get dissipated, and that's definitely fine. That tells me that he doesn't have a Supreme Verdict in hand, and it tells me also that I'm going to get in here for a nice bit of damage. And he is down to an 11 already. So best case scenario is actually an Angel of Jubilation, and hope he is just stuck on his fourth color here. And that does seem like it is the... Oh, no, I definitely didn't want to... Well, we'll do this, see if this one gets dissipated. He could have double Azorius Charm in his hand. And if that's the case, it does really set me back. But if not, it's gonna evolve. That's 7-8 damage that's going through. So it's good. He doesn't have another dissipate. Like I said, it could be a double Azorius Charm. Very interesting if this is just a UW control, but I'm thinking it's Esper, and he's just missing his black source. And I'm thinking at least one Azorius Charm is going to come down here. Yep, there's the one. And I don't want that card actually back on top of my library, but he's taking 4 here. And unfortunately, still pretty bad against the Supreme Verdict. He can Snapcaster Azorius Charm next turn, which can be a little bit devastating. And it looks like he just missed a land drop, so we're getting kind of lucky here. We are hitting into a lot of lands, though, and we have to champion again. And so he's going to dissipate this one. That's fine. I actually don't really care about a 1-1 champion at this point, and it allows me to get in here for almost lethal. He's down to a 1. Now the Doom Traveler is a bit problematic. for him to deal with. And I'm hoping, I mean, he's going to have to, like, Sphinx this. He can't even Sphinx for, like, 3 here. It could just be good game. Detention Spheres are going to be bad, and we win it. We win it. He gets stuck on, I have no clue what we're up against. I do know that Negates are coming in. Double Dissipates. Look how control-y these decks are getting. Is control-y a word? If it isn't, it is now. So I definitely do have some decision-making. Frontline Medic's going to come in. It's definitely a card that I can use against a Sphinx's Revelation. He has to deal with it. And unfortunately, though, I don't have much I can side out. The Feeling of Dreads are definitely going to come out, even though I think he might be playing Restoration Angels, but it's just bad. And I'm definitely bringing the Dryad Militants and Frontline Medics. And the Skynights I still think are good for the 3-1. We brought out the Fiend Hunters, right? Yeah, I brought the Fiend Hunters out. Precinct Captains are decent. Thalia is amazing. So maybe it is the Knight of Glories. The Doom Travelers are great in this one. Maybe it's the Boros Elites. No, I think the Boros Elites. Maybe on the play, Boros Elites comes out for the Dryad Militants. I'm definitely going to try that. I'll keep 1 in. But I'm going to keep 2 out and keep 2 Angel of Jubilations in. I think the 3 of the Angel of Jubilation was a mistake for this deck, and 2 of is probably the right play. And even maybe go down to 22 lands, if that's the case, and just play 2 more like War Falcons is probably the right play, and just go up to like 12 1-drops. So I'll submit this. We're starting off great. We have 2 turns, 2 matches to win. Just have to win one of them, or 2 games to win, to move on to the finals, or I guess the 4-0 slot, or the 3-0 slot to go have a chance of going 4-0. And we'll submit this away, and hopefully these Negates get us there. Now, Negate does not help against Supreme Verdict, but it does help against some problematic cards like Azorius Charm. Azorius Charm is very devastating in this deck because it puts you back an entire turn, basically. It hurts when they Azorius Charm a champion, like you saw, and it comes back so weak. But he did have to dissipate, and his dissipates are incredibly slow versus this deck. He'd definitely be wanting a better counterspell, like an Essence Scatter. Caverns of Souls are definitely something you could put in this deck as well. This is a decent hand. We have the Champion of the Parish, Silverblade Angel of Jubilation. I definitely need to draw into something like a Precinct Captain or a Knight of Glory second turn. Not going to mulligan this. Moorland Haunt's kind of bad, though. 4 lands is actually kind of bad, but I'm not going to mulligan this. I think it's a decent hand. He has to mulligan as well, and we'll see. I still don't even know what we're up against. It's going to be a red, green, or black. Yeah, it's going to be one of those colors. It could be Bant, could be UWR, and it could be Esper. And all of those are definite possibilities. They're very popular right now in the format. There we go. It's a Boros Elite. That, of course, is a decent draw. Gives us something to play next turn. And I could be walking into just an Azorius Charm, but that's fine at this point as well. We can cast the Angel of Jubilation. Drawing into a Champion of the Parish next turn isn't too bad. Augur's a great card for him. It is a roadblock, gets him to think twice. Think twice is going to be kind of slow, though. And if we... Oh, that's perfect now. So, oh, no, it doesn't. It isn't. It doesn't. Unfortunately, this Dryad Militant does not evolve our Champion of the Parish, but the Boros Elite will. And next turn, we have the Silverblade Paladin to pair up. So he's now going to be thinking once as well, rather than thinking twice. And now, look, I did side the Boros Elites out for Dryad Militant, so this would have been a Boros Elite, and I would have been able to get in there for 3, but that's fine. Now, it's almost tempting to attack in with everything to give this dude +3, +2/+2, but I'm probably not going to end up doing that, as the Augur Bolus just gets attacked. And here it's definitely is going to be the Silverblade Paladin. Unfortunately, I'm thinking it could get countered, dissipated, but you got to run it out. So let's see if it gets dissipated. No, it does not get dissipated. So we're going to soulbound it with the Champion of the Parish, and we're going to swing in with the Champion of the Parish. And again, we might just be running right into a Supreme Verdict. I'm glad I got that Moorland Haunt, because we do have threats now with Spirit Tokens and Angel of Jubilation. So attacking the champion. He's probably going to block, feed his Augur Bolus. Well, no, he needs his Augur Bolus back for the Dryad Militant. Thinking once, huh? Okay, that's fine with me. Still was card advantage with the Augur Bolus. And Caverns, against this sort of deck, Caverns is a must. If this wasn't a budget deck, I'd definitely be throwing in 4 of them, as it is another way to cast the Lyev Skynight, and might go down on 1 Moorland Haunt. But Caverns is a nightmare for Esper to deal with, as it gives you a human that you're going to guarantee out every turn. Alright, so he goes down to 14. That's good for us. I think from this point on, well, I'm going to put out the Angel of Jubilation next turn. And it is Esper, if I haven't already determined that by the Thalia Drown Yards. I could be walking into a Dissipate, but I think I'm gonna throw out the Angel of Jubilation anyway. Oh, how I wish this was a Caverns. But if he does Dissipate, he's going to be taking some massive damage here. And at this point, I might actually be attacking and just sacking that Dryad Militant. It's already done its job, and we're definitely attacking it now with everything. So this is the problem with the 3-color decks that don't use Farseek. A lot of times it's very hard for them to find that third source, even with all them tons of lands that they use. And he could be holding in like a bunch of cards like Devour Flesh or Tragic Slips, things like that. So he's going to have to Zori's Charm the Silverblade Paladin or the Champion here. And we're still going to get in for some decent damage. Alright, a Restoration Angel is a bit problematic. As let's see if he does get a hit. No, he doesn't get a hit off the Augur Bolus. Doesn't find anything, which is good. He's got some choices here. He can kill off the Silverblade Paladin, which he's going to do, but he loses everything and takes 7 here. And it's keeping up my Dryad Militant. Yeah, this is definitely fine. I don't even lose my champion here. And he is down, yep, down to a 7. Good little trade there. Gotta avoid the top deck Supreme Verdict, and I should be fine. This point too, again, any sort of spell for Snapcaster Mage. He's got, here we go, he can do a Far and Away here. He actually has enough for Far and Away. But it's me a Kraken Hatchling. That's not going to do much. He could have an Azorius Charm in his hand. Thalia is going to be great. We'll play that post. There's no... Is there a point to playing a Thalia right now? He blocks and he's dead. Blocks Azorius Charms. Yeah, there's a point to playing a Thalia right now. Because it does evolve it, and if it does stick, then it will make his spells cost more. This could actually be... If it was like a... yeah, I don't think that actually does much because these can't... I mean, Azorius Charm would spend both his mana anyway, and he'd be dead with a bunch of colorless. But this is going to make it annoying. He's going to have to block here. I guess he doesn't have to block the champion. But a Kraken Hatchling comes in, huh? Interesting. Most likely, I'm thinking Azorius Charm will hit the Angel of Jubilation. We also have a Far that could hit the Angel of Jubilation. That would cost all of his mana. And he would not be able to cast. He could cast like a Far on the Thalia, and then or Far on the Angel of Jubilation. No, he'd have to cast a Far on the Thalia. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is he just... What's he doing? Is he just dead here? Did we get him? We're going to get a rage comment. Yep, that is definitely what I thought it was going to go down. So he's going to survive 2 damage here by putting this dude back on top of my library and going down to a 2. So still that a Supreme Verdict does not help him here, and this is why. I will be able to exile that Silverblade Paladin after he Supreme Verdicts, and he can cast a Supreme Verdict anyway with the 1 white. And if he wants to complain about, bad luck, they're playing, some of these Esters are playing 4 in a Thalia Dryad Yards. That just kills your mana right there. So is this going to grab anything? Can't even snap that. He misses again with his Augur Bolus, but at this point with the Thalias, yep, there we go. We 2-0 the Esper. And this deck's very good actually against Esper now I think about it, with the Thalias and the Dryad Militants. So we would have drawn, of course, into the Angel of Jubilation. We would have been able to exile the Silverblade Paladin, or drawn into some dead cards, but we'll have food with our Moorland Haunt from here on out to kind of ping him down. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. This is Kevin from GatheringMagic.com. We are going to the finals, or I guess the 3-0. Going for a possible 4-0 finish in the Standard Daily. Thanks for watching.